Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Super, guys. Any newcomers are there? Please let me know. Any newcomers are there? Yeah, newcomers. You need to watch these backup videos in next 3-4 days in order to continue in this batch. In order to continue in this batch, try to watch the videos from day 1 to day 9 order. Don't watch in a reverse order, watch in what? Day 1 to day 9 order. Collect the videos. Super, guys. Tell me, according to yesterday's class, how many approaches are there to develop Spring applications, guys? How many approaches are there to develop Spring application? I want reply from everyone. I want reply from everyone. 4 approaches are there. A, B, C, D, right? What's the first approach, guys? Using XML driven configuration. What do you mean by XML driven configuration, guys? What do you mean by XML driven configuration, guys? Inputs and instructions to IOC container will be given using XML file, right? Next, using XML plus annotation driven configurations. The instructions to IOC container will be given using annotations plus XML file. Whatever possible with annotation, whatever not possible with XML, guys. Using 100% code-driven configuration, which is also called Java config approach, guys. The instructions and inputs to IOC container will be given using what? Annotations plus Java statements. Purely Java code, guys. Annotations plus Java statements. Understanding my statement? No XML configuration, guys. XML is completely avoided. Lastly, using Spring Boot driven configuration. The instructions and inputs to IOC container will be given using annotation, Java statement, properties file, YML file. Many other options are there. Many other options are there. YML is alternate for properties file, guys. It's nowhere related to XML. Don't compare with XML. Okay. What are the best in the market, guys? What are the best? All latest projects are happening using Spring Boot. All maintenance projects, okay, earlier projects happened by using XML plus annotations. XML plus annotations. Are you getting my point there, guys? Okay. For a few days, we are going to study what? Spring Core module using XML plus annotation. Then we are going to learn directly. Then we learn a third approach for a few days, but our main focus will be on Spring Boot. So we'll start with the second approach, we enter into third approach, and we settle with the Spring Boot approach and all modules of Spring, even microservice programming, Spring MVC module, everything we are going to study in Spring Boot style, because that is the latest and that is a hot cake in the market. But we start with XML plus annotation driven configuration. Everyone convinced, guys? Super, guys. Now listen. Thumb rules to remember. Thumb rules to remember to develop the Spring application using XML plus annotation driven configurations. Thumb rules. Thumb rules means what, guys? They should be there in your brain blindly. They should be there in your brain blindly. Thumb rules, blind rules, thumb rules, all are one and the same, guys. Using XML driven, XML plus annotation driven configuration. So indirectly approach number 2 now, boss. Okay, guys. Super. Okay, I'll ask one small question, boss. Can we open source code of predefined class? Can we add annotation on the top of it? No. No. So it's better to configure predefined class as Spring Bean by taking the support of bean tag in Spring Bean configuration file or not. So what? No, @bean is not required because still XML is there. Still XML is there. Right now, boss? Are you understanding my statement? If XML option is not there, then to configure predefined classes @bean method. But now XML is still there now, boss, in this approach. Okay, that's why. What's the first point? The first point is configure predefined Java class. Predefined Java classes as Spring Beans using bean tags of Spring Bean configuration file. Nothing but XML file. I think, I hope you remembered thumb rule 1. Easy. Sir, why not @bean method, which you discussed in other day class? @bean method still not required as long as XML is there. If XML option is ruled out, then we have to think about @bean method. Clear, boss? Okay, boss. Why we cannot use component annotation, guys? Why we cannot use @? Can we open source code of predefined class to add annotations like component annotation? Come on. Is it possible? Is it possible? Not possible. Got it? Super. Okay, reason is because we cannot add annotation like component by opening the source code of predefined class. No hurry, boss. No hurry. Point by point, we have to understand. Listen carefully. All these things reflects in the code by opening the source code of predefined class. By opening the source code of predefined class. Convinced, my dear? Reason you convinced now? Okay. Super. What's the second rule, guys? CFC means configure. Don't confuse, boss. Configure user-defined classes as Java classes as Spring Beans using @component annotation. @component annotation. Okay. In the .java files itself. Where we have to write those annotations, guys? In the .java files itself, on the top of the class, we have to write this annotation or not? Yeah. Yeah. What is this? Place @component annotation on the top of class definition. Enjoyed my statement, guys? Got the clarity, my dear? Super. Number 3. Now listen carefully, boss. Listen carefully. In one project, so many classes will be there. Some classes we may take as helper classes. We don't want to see them as Spring Beans. Some classes we take them as helper classes, like having exception coding, some Java Bean coding. We take them as helper classes. We don't want to see them as Spring Beans, right? So we should ask IOC container, go to so-and-so packages, perform scanning, okay, search for @component-based classes and make them as Spring Beans. This process is technically called enabling component scanning. Enabling component scanning. Are you understanding my statement, guys? This process is technically called as enabling the component scanning. Predefined classes are there as Spring Beans using bean tag in Spring Bean configuration file directly. But component is there on the top of the classes, na? Okay, I should make IOC container, go to each package or specified packages, scan all the classes, get the classes with component annotation, and we should make them as Spring Beans or not. We should make them as Spring Beans or not. I want reply, my dear. Yes or no, na? So what is the third rule, guys? Enable component scanning. Enable component scanning. Okay, using context colon component scan. What is this? Base packages. And if IOC container scans all the classes of project, okay, all the packages and all the class of project, it's a time waste process, na boss. It's a time waste process. We should ask to scan specific packages only, right now, boss? Enable component scanning, context colon component scan. Okay, base packages tag by specifying the package names. By specifying the package names. Okay. Where, guys? In the Spring Bean configuration file, we should do this. XML file. In Spring Bean configuration file, we should do it. By specifying the package names. Nothing but in Spring Bean configuration file. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Package name. To make the IOC container. Okay. To make the IOC container, to scan all the classes of those packages and to make component classes as Spring Beans. And to make component classes as Spring Beans. I hope you convinced with this third point, guys. If you just write component, not enough. We should also request IOC container, go to so-and-so package, search for all the classes, and take the classes with annotation component and make them as Spring Beans. Make them as Spring Beans. Convinced, my dear? Got the clarity, my dear? Come on. Sir, if you don't mention, what happens? It won't take any user-defined class as Spring Bean. Why should I mention, sir? In real projects, 100+ packages will be there. A lot of packages will have supporting classes. Only in few packages classes, we want to see them as Spring Beans. What is, okay, if you mention those 1, 2 package names, it will go to those packages, scans all the classes of those packages. Are you understanding my statement? Then scans all the packages of those and searches for what? Searches for what? Are there any classes configured with @ component? Are there any classes configured with @ component? There, takes them and makes them as Spring Beans. Are you understanding my statement, guys? So like this we can mention, boss. Where is that? In Spring Bean configuration file. In Spring Bean configuration file, what is this? Context : component scan base - packages com.nt. Array, our package name, Rababu. com.nt.dao, one package name. com.nt. service, another package name. Like this, you can mention list of packages. As comma separated values, you can mention list of packages. But observe very carefully, one shortcut is also there. What is that shortcut, you know? What is the common word for both packages? com.nt, com.nt. In both places, com.nt is there, na? Okay. Okay, there is no need of mentioning both packages individually, Babu. You mention the common base package for both. You mention common base package for both. What it will do? It will search in the current package, current given package, and sub packages also. It will search in the current given package and sub packages. Indirectly, star symbol is placed if you write like this. Are you understanding my statement, boss? The IOC container, the IOC container searches in given package, and its sub packages. Given packages and its sub and their sub packages. Their sub packages. Okay. To scan. Okay. To make @ component classes as the Spring Beans. Convinced, boss? Either this or this, your choice. Okay. Either this or this, your choice, boss. Yeah, if you give com.nt, not only DAO service, guys, other sub packages of com.nt also will be searched. Are you understanding my point? If you mention like this, it will search in com.dao and its sub packages. It will search in com.dao.service and its sub packages. And try to find out what? @ component annotation classes, make them as Spring Beans. Make them as Spring Beans. Getting my point, guys? Okay. Someone asked me, sir, then what is the use of second step? Or in second step, we are adding @ component annotation. In third step, okay, because of @ component annotation, they are becoming Spring Bean by using the component scanning we are doing. By using the component scanning we are doing. Understanding my statement? So both should be done back to back. Both should happen hand to hand, right? Both should happen hand to hand. What do you say, boss? If you have one package also, you should still specify that package name. By default, no component scanning will happen. By default, no component scanning will happen. Is that clear? Yes, boss. Okay, now let's go to first step, guys. How to configure predefined class as Spring Bean, guys? Application context.xml, right? Super. Now tell me here. Bean ID is equal to DT. Class is equal to java.util.date. Cool, guys? Like this we configure na boss. Like this we configure. What is this application context.xml? Most standard name for Spring Bean configuration file na boss. Spring Bean configuration file, right now, boss? So what happened? It will make what do you mean by making Java class as Spring Bean, guys? Making that making IOC container, creating object of given class and managing that object. Managing that object. Are you understanding my statement? So while creating object, with what name object will be created? With the Bean ID object will be created now, boss. With the Bean ID object will be created or not. So overall, what happens? Date class object is created like this. Date java.util. When we create date class object using zero param constructor, what it will contain, guys? System date and time it will maintain or not? As the data of the object, what will be there? System sys date and time, right? It will maintain system date and time. So here is my DT, boss. Here is my DT. DT is nothing but reference variable. Got it? So this DT points to date class object. This DT points to date class object. Convinced with me, guys? I hope you got it. I hope you got it. It's a predefined class. It's a predefined class. Are you getting my point? Okay, guys. So always remember, Bean IDs becomes Spring Bean class object names. So every Spring Bean class object is identified with its Bean ID or not. After all, that's the object name. After all, that is object name. Agree with me? Super. Okay, here example was, tell me. Public class. Okay, public class, show wish message. Or, okay, wish message generator. Some class ra babu. Wish message generator. Here is some code. What is there inside? We'll discuss later. Okay, some code. So how to make this one as a Spring Bean, guys? @component WMG. WMG is the Bean ID, right? WMG is the Bean ID. Here DT is the Bean ID. Any name you can give. Generally, short form of the class name will be given. Generally, short form of the class name will be given. Wish message generator, WMG. Wish message generator, combination of 3 words, 3 letters. Tell me, guys, by seeing this @component that is there in this class, come on. Through component scanning that happened, understanding my statement? Okay. Through component scanning that is happened. So it will load this message generator class. It will create object and that object will be referred with Bean ID or not. Okay. That object name is nothing but Bean ID. So what is there, guys? Wish message generator. Wish message generator class object. Cool, guys. Tell me what is this here? WMG. WMG is going to be Bean ID or not? So Bean IDs of Spring Beans will become object names. Okay. Yes, guys. For all the 3 operations, For all the three operations, I have given a sample code now, boss. Okay, now let me write one small note. Yeah, some people are excited to know, sir, I don't want to use XML, then what should I use? Please wait until I launch third and fourth approaches. Right now I'm teaching XML plus annotation driven configurations. Is that clear? Okay. Is that clear? Stop thinking here and there. I know everyone wants to know everything through annotations only. Wait for that. Then for that one, we have to wait until I launch third and fourth approaches. There I will teach everything through annotation. There I will teach everything through annotations. Got it, my dear? See, right now I'm teaching second approach, that is XML plus annotation. XML plus annotation. Is that clear, my dear? Okay, everyone, please collect the backup videos. Newcomers, please collect the backup videos. Make sure that in next 3-4 days you completed watching of these videos. Then only you are eligible to continue in this batch, boss. Everyone getting my point? Super. Okay. Now listen, next one, guys. Next one. Number 4, guys. Number 4 thumb rule. Number 4 thumb rule. Create the IOC container. Create the IOC container in the main method of the client application. Main method of the client application. Sir, admin Srikanth sir, can you ask our people to enable how to copy from chat box, enable option of copying from chat box? Are you able to copy content from chat box, guys? Okay, Google Classroom will be given along with the link change. Along with the link change, Google Classroom link will be given. Okay, guys. Ricky Singh, this is the notes, and notes will be shared through Facebook initial days. Later, it will be shared through Google Classroom. Okay, guys. First, let me complete this. The bean IDs become Spring Bean class object names. Object name. Tell me when you say object name. When you say object names, indirectly reference variable names, na boss? Reference variable names. When you say object name, can you say they are nothing but reference variable names or not? Okay, boss. Super. Yeah, newcomers, these are the admin contact details, boss. And remaining details about faculty and other things. Okay. Srikanth sir, can you ask our people to enable how to copy from chat box, enable option of copying from chat box? Super. Yes, boss. Can you come for the fourth point? Create the IOC container in the main method of client application. Okay, guys. Okay. Main method of client application class. Are one class which is having main method. Are you getting my point? So there we have to create IOC container, na? Okay. Tell me how to create IOC container. Okay. Tell me what is there. File system XML application context, right? CTX is equal to, okay. CTX, new file system, XML application context. Tell me guys, okay, majority of instructions directly or indirectly there in Spring Bean configuration file. Predefined classes are configured as Spring Beans where XML file. Though user-defined classes are configured with @ component annotation, but where is the instruction of enabling component scanning? Where is the instruction of performing component scanning? Again in Spring Bean configuration file, na boss. So that means all inputs and instructions are where? In Spring Bean configuration file. So when you create IOC container, you are supposed to supply the name and location of Spring Bean configuration file or not? Okay, here application context.xml. What is this, guys? The name and location of Spring Bean configuration file. This is the name and location of Spring Bean configuration file. Are you understanding my statement? Location of Spring Bean configuration file. Okay, guys. Guys, if you are not able to copy from the chat box, do one thing. Follow this thumb rule. Follow this rule simply. Click on each hyperlink. The link will open in browser address bar. Copy paste from browser address bar. Those who are not able to copy from chat box, follow this thumb rule. Follow this thumb rule. Or I also try to place them in the Facebook group so the tension will not be there. So this is our Facebook group, guys. This is our Facebook group. Discussions. Discussions, fine. Those who are able to copy, copy from there. Those who are not able to copy, collect from Facebook group. Anyhow, notes is also there in your Facebook group. Right, boss. These are the admin details and faculty details, guys. These are the admin details and faculty details. Please collect them. Take a photograph it. So shall we? I hope you are ready with the thumb rule, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. These are the blind things that you need to remember. These are the blind things that you need to remember. Is that clear, boss? Super. If you follow these things, your application development will be ready. So shall we design our first application development, boss? Okay, guys. But first of all, we must understand what is factory method. Shall we start understanding what is factory method? I'm preparing background to launch our first application. Okay, I'm preparing background to launch our first application. NTSP BMS. Your batch code is 716, right? Yes, boss. Yeah, I want everyone stop worrying about other things. Can you concentrate on the subject? Everyone, please come back. Breathe in for 1 second. Focus on the subject. I don't want to see any other queries other than subject. I will take your personal queries at the end of the session. Newcomers, don't worry. Whatever classes you missed, you will get the backup videos. You will get the backup notes. Can you focus on the subject, boss? Okay. What is factory method? Tell me, guys. What is factory method? Tell me. The method that is capable of creating and returning object is called as what? is called as what? Factory method. Are you getting my point? Super. Are you comfortable with all the 4 thumb rules? Everyone comfortable with all the 4 thumb rules? Even third and fourth one? Third one is related to second thumb rule, na boss? In different classes of different packages, you kept @ component annotation. So I should guide IOC container. Go to so and so packages, scan all the classes, right now, boss? Find out @ component classes, make them as Spring Beans. That is third one, right? Fourth one. Array, all these are waste if IOC container is not ready. Why? Who has to make bean tag class as Spring Bean? IOC container. Who has to scan @ component classes and to make them as Spring Bean? IOC container, right now, boss? So that's why in one or other place we have to create IOC container or not. So that's why in the main method of client application, we are creating IOC container. Why? Application execution begins with main method only, na boss? The application execution begins with main method. What do you say, boss? While creating that IOC container, I am giving Spring Bean configuration file as the input file or not, so that it will behave according to the instructions given in what? Spring Bean configuration file. Can you come to this subject? Factory method. Okay, guys. The method that is capable of creating and returning Java class object is called factory method, boss. Listen, when I say factory method, don't think that you should always return same class object. The factory method can return either its own class object, related class object, different class object. Please remember, factory method can return either its own class object, related class object, or different class object. Are you understanding my statement? Factory, car factory, manufactures and gives car. Biscuit factory gives biscuits. Factory method, factory to method having logic to create and return the object. Okay. The method in Java class that creates and returns object of its own class or related class or different class is called factory. Is called factory method. Tell me, we have 2 types of factory methods, guys. Types of factory methods. Number 1, static factory method. Number 2, tell me, guys, non-static factory method. I will link with Spring. Don't worry. Static factory method, non-static factory method. Non-static factory method is also called instance factory method or not? Instance factory method. Tell me, guys, must be, can be called on the class. Can be called on the class. Right now, boss? Okay. Must be called on the object. Instance means, non-static means must be called on the object. Instance is nothing but object, na boss? Super, guys. Examples for static factory method. Examples for static factory method. It's a core Java knowledge. I'm going to link with Spring. Concentrate. Examples for static factory method. Example 1. Okay. Thread T is equal to thread dot current thread of. Anyone heard about this method, guys? Thread T is equal to thread dot current thread off. Okay, static factory method, creating and returning its own class object, na boss? Creating and returning its own class object, na boss? Come on. Okay. Returning its own class object. No doubt it's a static factory method. Returning its own class object. Okay, one angle is covered, na boss? Example 2. Example 2. Calendar. Okay. Calendar cal is equal to calendar dot get instance of. Tell me, returning its own class object or related class object? Returning its own class object or related class object? Vishal said own. Somashekar said own. Ravi Kumar said own. So those are saying own. Okay, they have never used this class seriously, it seems. Why? Because calendar is an abstract class, boss. Can you create object for abstract class? Can you create object for abstract class? No. Then what it is doing? It is returning. It is creating and returning Gregorian calendar class object. Gregorian calendar class object whose superclass is calendar. Superclass reference variable can refer one of its subclass object or not. Superclass reference variable can refer one of its subclass object or not. Okay. Returning related class object. Related class object. Understanding my statement, boss? Returning related class object. Okay. What is actually creates comma returns Gregorian actually creates comma returns Gregorian calendar class object. Gregorian calendar class object. Okay. Whose superclass is calendar. Java.util.calendar. Java.util.Gregorian calendar. Java.util.calendar, which is an abstract class, guys. Which is an abstract class. Convinced, my dear? Okay, one more note. What is there? Superclass reference variable can refer. While teaching Spring Core module, lot of core Java knowledge is required, and I will revise wherever required. I hope you will permit me to do that. Otherwise, you cannot enjoy core module. Otherwise, you cannot really enjoy core module. Superclass reference variable can refer one of its subclass object. One of its subclass object. Clear, my dear? Super. Tell me next one. Example 3. Example 3, guys. I'll give simple example, not complex examples at all, guys. Very simple example I will try to give. Okay. Okay, guys. Properties. Props is equal to system dot get properties. Look at that. Properties props is equal to system dot get properties. And properties is the subclass of hash table hash map. Hash table subclass, guys. Is there any relation between properties class and system class, guys? Is there any relation between properties class and system class? Do you think property class and system class are parent-child classes? So that means static factory method returning what? Okay, returning what? Unrelated class object or not? Returning unrelated class object or not? Come on, my dear. Different class object or not? Returning. Okay, different class, nothing but unrelated class object. Unrelated class object. I think all three permutations are covered or not. But on public demand, I will write some more examples, Raghav. I will give some more example. You identify. Local date time. Local date time LDT is equal to local date time dot now off. What this method will do? Javaid feature, Babu. It's a Javaid feature. Returns local date time class object having system date and time or not. Having system date and time or not. Having system date and time or not. I want reply. Local date time LDT is equal to local date time dot now. Tell me what is this? Vishal Soni, if method return type is string, if Java method return type is string, how we catch that return value string na? Tell me, current class and string class should be in relationship, boss. Please improve your core Java. X class, A method is returning Y class object. Tell me, X class and Y class should be in relationship. X class and Y classes should be in relationship. Is it the core Java you studied, Mr. Vishal? Can you improve? So many methods return type is string. So current class and string class should be in relationship. What the hell you are talking? It's wrong, right? Visibility is enough. There is no need of classes staying in relationship. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Are you understanding my statement? Mr. Pradhan, we are not here to write the code. We are here to understand the factory methods. I hope you are getting my point. Please don't make me as a core Java faculty. We are here to use the core Java, not to study core Java, right? Please, please, how good you are in core Java, that much enjoyment you will get in core module. Super, guys. Returning what, guys? Returning same class object, its own class object, right? Returning its own class object. Super, boss. I think you got the idea. Examples on static factory method, boss. Super. Tell me. Examples on non-static factory method, right, boss? Non-static factory method. And I'm preparing background to launch our first application, my dear. And if you feel these are new, please set right your core Java first. Are you understanding my statement? Okay. If you want to believe all these are right statement, look at the signature of these methods, you will understand. Okay, 1 minute. Someone asked me, show me signature of system.properties. Okay. System docs, guys. System docs. Look at the method. Look at the method get properties. There is a method called get properties. There is that get property. What's the return type of this method, guys? What's the return type of this method? Properties. What is this one? Static. What is properties class? Subclass of hash table, na? Subclass of hash table. Okay. Is there any relation between properties class and system class? Is there any relation between properties class and system class? Happy? Okay. Right, boss. On public demand, one more time. One more class. Calendar docs. Calendar docs. Right. I think it is not allowing. Let me give the package. Calendar. Java.util.calendar docs. Yes, this is calendar class. All right. Look at the methods. Get instance is the method we are having. Get instance is the method we are having. What is the return type? Calendar. But you observe calendar class, guys. It's an abstract class now, boss. It's an abstract class. Can we create object for abstract classes? No. But return type is, sir, but return type is calendar, sir. Okay, you open the definition of that method, you will understand. Get instance, get instance. Where is that? Get instance. Yes, boss. Tell me, gets a calendar using default tone name. Calendar written based on current default time zone. Okay, maybe they are not giving clear-cut explanation, but you print the class name, you will get Gregorian calendar class object. You will get Gregorian calendar class object. Right now we are using that Gregorian calendar only, boss. At least you realize the calendar is an abstract class, boss. Super. Okay, now let's see the example one. Example one. String S1 is equal to new string of hello. String S2 is equal to S1 dot concat. S1 dot concat 1, 2, 3. Gives hello 1, 2, 3. Agree with me? Yeah. Non-static factory method returning its own class object, na boss. Non-static factory method returning its own class object. Anyhow, this object you should create normally only. But this is non-static factory method creating its own class object. Non-static factory method creating its own class object. What do you say, guys? Its own class object. Every time I need not to say create non-static factory method. Already heading is there now, boss. Already heading is there or not? Having that one. Okay, creating, instead of saying creating, returning. Returning its own class object. Everything belongs to string na, boss. These many days in string class, we are having lot of what? Non-static factory method we never realized. At least today you realized it, boss. String buffer SB is equal to new string buffer of hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Focus, focus. I will link with the string. Tell me next one. String S3 is equal to SB dot substring of 0, 5 gives hello. Listen, string buffer, string babu. Two different classes. String buffer and string, two different classes. Agree with me? Is there any relation between? Is there any relation between? Are you understanding my statement? Relation between string buffer and string? Are there in inheritance? Are there in inheritance, boss? No. So that means what? Returning different class object or not? Returning different class object. Returning different class object. Different class means unrelated class. Returning different class, nothing but unrelated class object. I hope you are enjoying my statement, my dear. Definitely returning unrelated class object or not? Super. Okay. Yeah, here we don't have predefined class examples, guys. Returning related class object. Here SB is nothing but string buffer, boss. SB is nothing but string buffer. Okay, there is no relation between string buffer. There is no inheritance relation between string comma string buffer classes. Okay. Okay, boss. Now listen. Listen. We can make IOC container to create Spring Bean class object using zero param constructor, parameterized constructor, using static factory method, using, come on guys, non-static factory method. I think now you understood why I have discussed about factory method, boss. Why I have discussed about factory method. So we can make IOC container, we can instruct IOC container to create Spring Bean class object using static factory method and non-static factory method. So how to instruct, sir? How to instruct, sir? Using XML file, Spring Bean configuration file, we can give those instructions. We can give those instructions. Okay, boss. Tell me, guys. We can make IOC container creating Spring Bean class object. Okay. Spring Bean class object. Sandhi, you forgot spring handling. 0, 5. Substring of this lengthy string is substring. Starting with the 0 index, ending with 5 index. 5 means you have to count 4 only. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the content we are having? Hello. Guys, can you revise your fundamentals? I will be more happy if you revise your fundamentals. Understanding my statement? What is factory method, guys? The method that is capable of creating and returning either its own class object, related class object, different class object is called factory method or not. After all, factory method returns what? Object. Okay, guys. We can make IOC container creating Spring Bean class object using constructors. Using constructor. Okay. Using static factory method. Using instance factory method. Yes, na boss? Okay, what is this? Just bean tag. For this, what you have to use? Just bean tag. Okay, bean tag plus bean tag with factory method attribute. What attribute, guys? Factory method attribute. Super. Next, bean tag with tell me, factory method comma factory bean attributes. Tag can have attributes, na boss. Tag can have attributes to provide additional information. ID is an attribute, class is an attribute. Like this, tag can have more attributes. Okay, guys. Now, example 1. Bean ID dt class is equal to java.util.dt. Tell me, guys, creates the java.util.date class object using zero param constructor. Simply using what constructor, guys? Zero param constructor. Convinced, boss? When nothing is given, only ID and class attributes are given, it will use a zero param constructor to create Spring Bean class object or not. So indirectly, it is creating object using constructor. Example 2. Tell me. Bean ID LDT class is equal to java.time dot local date time Yeah, in local data time, we don't have constructor to create object, boss. That's why we ask. That's why we ask to create object by using factory method. We ask container to create object using factory method. Factory hyphen method is equal to now. Factory hyphen method is equal to now. Listen carefully. Local date time now. Local date time now. Here is the bean ID. Here is the class name. Here is the factory method. So now it will call what, guys? Local date time dot now method to create and return local date time class object having system date and time or not. Having system date and time or not. What is extra here? This is new thing. This is extra, boss. This is new thing. This is extra, boss. Calls local date time dot now method. Now method to create and return local date time class object having system date and time. What is this? System date and time. Simply having system date and time. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. I can make IOC container to create Spring Bean class object using constructor. Okay, I am making. Okay, using what? Static factory method, na boss? Using static factory method to create the object. Using static factory method to create the object. Okay, I think 2 cases are completed. Can we go for third case? Example 3. Listen, this is very tricky, guys. This is bit tricky. Bean ID SB is equal to. Bean ID SB is equal to. Okay, guys. Bean ID is equal to SB. Everyone focus. Class is equal to. Class is equal to. Class is equal to. Tell me. This java.lang.string buffer. Java.lang.string buffer. Okay, guys. Now listen. How I am creating object for this string buffer, guys? By using one param constructor. By using one param constructor, guys. Come on. And while creating object for string buffer, am I not using one param constructor? Sir, how to pass this one param constructor value? Are you understanding my statement? How to pass this one param constructor value? For that one, we have a tag called don't give up. This is different. Constructor-arg value is equal to constructor-arg value is equal to hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? And I am passing this one as the constructor argument value. Suppose there are 2 parameters to pass. 2 times I have to write constructor-arg tag under bean tag. Okay, still actual code is not completed, Rababu. Okay, guys. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Okay. Tell me, create a string buffer class object. Creates the string buffer class object. Object using one param constructor. Yes, boss. Using one param constructor, but don't go for that. Now look at this. Look at this. bean ID S1 factory hyphen bean is equal to SB. Factory hyphen method is equal to substring. Factory hyphen method is equal to substring. Now tell me, this substring method is expecting how many arguments, guys? 2 arguments, 0 and starting index, end index, starting index, end index. Come on, my dear. Substring method is expecting 2 arguments. Okay, now listen carefully. Now listen carefully. We can pass argument values to factory method again by using constructor-arg-tag. So constructor-arg-tag is having how many functionalities, guys? 2 functionalities. Functionality 1, to pass constructor parameter values while creating Spring Bean class object. Functionality 2, it can pass factory method argument values or not. It can be used to pass factory method argument values, right? Constructor-arg value is equal to 0. Constructor-arg value is equal to 5. Value is equal to 5. End of the bean tag. End of the bean tag. Tell me, boss, here what happened? Create Spring Bean buffer class object using 1 param constructor. What kind of code is happened? This kind of coding is happened there now, boss. Internally, this kind of coding takes place now, boss. Super. Internally, this kind of coding takes place. Super. Here, what is there? What is there? Calls SB dot substring of. Are you understanding my statement? Calls SB dot substring of 0, 5. 0, 5. Okay, and gives string class object. Gives string class object as the Spring Bean. Gives string class object as the Spring Bean. What is the final code, guys? Okay. No, yeah. If you pass 5, it will take up to 4. Please. If you pass 5, it will take up to 4. Okay. If you don't know core Java, please upgrade. Okay. 0, 5 was. Are you understanding my statement? String S1 is equal to SB dot substring of 0, 5. Listen, guys. This is base bean ID. This is non-static factory method. Come on, guys. Other bean ID, right? Next, factory method name. Factory method name. So it will call what? SB dot substring of 0, 5. These are the arguments. Arguments of factory method. Arguments of factory method. Are you understanding my statement? Arguments of factory method. Factory method substring. You must give other bean ID. But a non-static factory method, na, it must be called on the object. It must be called on the object. Understanding my statement? Yeah, what is need of this bean ID? To identify this bean ID, this Spring Bean SB, right? Whatever object is returned by calling SB dot substring, even that should also be identified or not. Even that should also be identified or not. So for that is the bean ID of S1. So whatever string object is created and written as Spring Bean, how that is identified? Using the S1 bean ID. Using S1 bean ID. Are you understanding my statement? Class is not required, guys. Here, specifying class is not required. Why? Anyhow, method returned class object. Method returned object becomes Spring Bean, right? Is there any need of mentioning class here? Is there any need of mentioning class here? Method is called whatever object written by method. Are you understanding my statement? All this knowledge we are going to use in first application development, Ra Babu. I'm preparing background. Vishal Kumar. If you don't know how to study concept, you cannot do practicals. Come on, my dear. Zero comma 5 we are using to pass argument values to. 0, 5 will be used as the argument values to substring method. Yes, na boss. So construct argtag is having two functionalities. Number one, to pass constructor argument values while creating Spring Bean class object. This is the case. Right now, boss, this is the case. Number two, okay, to pass factory method argument values, when you enable factory method Bean instantiation, when you enable factory method based Bean instantiation. Convinced, my dear? Got the clarity, my dear? Once again, see it. Here, how Spring IOC container is creating Spring Bean class object using zero param constructor, right? Here, IOC container is creating Spring Bean class object by calling class name dot factory method, right? Class name dot factory method. That is nothing but local date time dot now off. Local date time dot now off. So what it will call internally, boss? Local date time. LDT is equal to, what is this? Local date time dot now off. Super na, boss? Tell me here. First object is created. First object is created normally by using one param constructor. Here no factory method, nothing. Look at the second object. Look at the second object. The second object will be created by calling what? Non-static factory method. Non-static factory method. Take this bean ID, call this method substring. Come on, my dear. Take this bean ID, call this method substring. Pass these argument values. Pass these argument values. Come on. Okay, whatever string object is written, that makes Spring Bean or not? That makes the Spring Bean or not? That object becomes Spring Bean. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear, guys? Yeah. See, boss, construct argtag is having two functionalities. Functionality one, to pass constructor argument values while creating Spring Bean class object. This is the case. Yes, na, boss? Okay, second functionality, to pass argument values to factory method call. To pass argument values to factory method call. Are you understanding my statement? Super. These are XML attributes double quotes. Internally, they will be taken as string numeric values only. That conversion, you don't worry. You don't worry about the conversion. These are not string, Ra Babu. These are not string. These are attributes double quotes. They will be taken and read as integer values only. Integer values only. Understanding my statement? Okay. Note, guys. Constructor -arg tag can be used in two ways. Yeah. What is there, guys? To pass constructor arg value while creating Spring Bean class object. Spring Bean class object. Yes, na, boss? Spring Bean class object using parameterized constructor. Using parameterized constructor. star symbol. What is this? Refer. Okay, refer star. Refer stars. Okay, here I am keeping star symbols, boss. 2 star symbols, right? Number 2. To pass factory method argue values. What, guys? Factory method argue values while creating the Spring Bean class object. Using factory method bean instantiation. Bean instantiation process. Nothing but object creation. Object creation by calling factory method. Tell me, refer 3 stars. Okay, here are the 3 stars numbers. Here I am keeping the 3 stars. I hope you are comfortable, my dear. If you feel example 3 heavy, leave it. This is useless. Anyhow, in future also, we are not going to worry about it. Are you comfortable with example 1 and example 2? Are you comfortable with example 1 and example 2? Example 3 also you can enjoy, boss. If you feel heavy, leave it. In future, we'll spend time on it again. Urgently, we need for example 1 knowledge and example 2. If you are good with both, fine and good. Strong core Java knowledge will make you to enjoy Spring Core module learning. Super. Can I ask few questions based on today's class? Okay. What is the initial approach we started in Spring programming? What is the approach we started in Spring programming? Just XML or XML plus annotations? Please, Rababu. XML plus annotations, right? In XML plus annotation configuration approach, how to configure predefined classes as Spring Beans? How to configure predefined classes as Spring Beans? Bean tag. Trilok, I will murder you. In XML plus annotation, are we going to use @bean method? Please, guys, if you don't listen, please get out. Don't waste my time. When XML is there, are we going to use @bean annotation? No, na. In XML plus annotation, how we configure predefined class as Spring Bean? Bean tag. Okay. How to configure user-defined classes as Spring Beans? @component annotation plus component scanning. @component annotation plus component scanning. Both we should do now, boss. @component annotation plus component scanning on the packages. Yeah, what is the tag we are having for component scanning, boss? What is the tag we are having for component scanning? Context : component scan tag is there now. All these things may look new. All these things may look new, but it's matter of 2-3 applications. New remains new until we make it old, boss. New remains new. See, guys, day 1 of core Java, main method also looked hard. Day 1 of core Java, day 2 of core Java, day 3 of core Java. Even main method looked very hard. Yes or no, na? It's all about your psychological feeling. Now you are playing with main method. New remains new until we make it old. Now we are playing kabaddi with main method. Yes or no, na? It's all about your telling to your mind. Okay, new concepts, I will accept it, I will study them, I will analyze them, I will master them. I'll tell one small example. Recollect day 1, day 2 of two-wheeler learning. Your father or brother sitting backside and he will teaching driving. You will get a feeling better not to learn driving now, boss. Why? If you are concentrating, balancing and road, you will forget to change the gears. If you are focusing on gear changing, you will lose the balance. Yes or no, na boss? Then your brother or father will hit on the head or not. Worst fellow, where are you going? Look at the road. That means you are focusing on what? Gear changing. If you are focusing going on the road, okay, again you will hit on the head. Worst fellow, change the gear. Because you are running the vehicle, you are moving the vehicle on the old gear for a long time. But how many days you will have that struggle? 1 week, 10 days. After that, you will definitely play na boss. You will definitely play with the bike, right? You will drive in single hand. You will drive in single hand. You will drive the vehicle without holding the handle. You will do stunts in front of favorite people. Yes or no, na? You will talk over the mobile phone while driving the vehicle. So many dances you do now. It's because of what, guys? The time you spend, the practice you do, the passion you show to learn. Any learning is same, Ra Babu. Any learning is same. Initially looks new because you are new to the technology. Today, at the rate component may look new. At the rate bean tag may look new. Context colon component scan tag may look new. But after 4 or 5 applications development, you will feel bored. Same thing will come again and again. Is it not happened in Core Java? Is it not happened in Is it not happened in your advanced Java course? Is it not happening in your real life? When you see the first application in JDBC, driver manager dot get connection is like horrible statement. Now you are playing with that statement or not? Look at the main method. It has troubled you a lot. And forget about main method. In C language, you might have written Atul Kumar, don't take the notes. I will share the notes, please. Core Java, oops is enough. I request everyone not to take the notes. I request everyone, I will share the notes with you. When you log in, your focus should be on listening, analyzing, and responding. Enjoyed, guys? The people are feeling terminologies are new. Only next 2-3 days they will feel. After that, everything is old. And that too, today I have introduced multiple concepts back to back. Okay, you just spend the time or spend the time in the classroom, you will enjoy learning process. Because I'm starting from 0%. From there, I have taken you to 100%. Is that clear, guys? Trust me, believe yourself. Results will be positive. But you have to accept the new things. You should have passion of learning new things. Okay, guys. What is factory method, boss? Factory method returns only its own class object or any class object. It can create and return any class object. Right now, boss? Okay. Can I make IOC container creating object of Spring Bean using factory method? Please respond, Rababu. When you respond, my confidence will increase, your confidence will increase. Can I make IOC container creating Spring Bean class object using factory method? One worst fellow said no. After listening entire Ramayana, how can you say no, Ra Babu? Last half an hour discussion is on factory methods only, na boss. Guys, if you are not serious, sleep happily. But if you are serious, log in and listen the class. I do half that, half this means not going to work out. Especially the fellow who said no for current question. The last 45 minutes, I was talking about that only, right? Tell me, what are the attributes we should use for factory method-based object creation for Spring Bean? What are the attributes we should use in Bean Tag for factory method-based object creation in Spring Bean? Factory-method, factory-bean. Okay, only factory method is used. Static factory method based object creation takes place. Factory-bean and factory-method both are used na boss. Both are used na boss. Then it will go for instance factory method based object creation. Everything is clearly given, Rababu. Check it out. Bean tag with factory method attribute will go for static factory method object creation, right? Bean tag with factory method and factory-bean attributes will go for instance factory method based object creation. Yes, na boss? Non-static factory method based object creation. Enjoyed my statement, guys? Okay. Right. Tomorrow we have a session. Tomorrow I'm going to write first application related code. First application dealing with Spring Bean lifecycle management and setter injection. Whatever subject I have given last 3-4 days, revise and come. Revise and come. If you are a newcomer, watch backup videos and come. Are we going good? Are we going good? Are you following me? Am I reachable to you people? Super. Super. We are going to see wonderful things, guys. You know one thing? One student who tried for UPSC exam after engineering for 3-4 years. She failed in that process because of so many parameters. Okay, she came back to IT industry. Okay, by spending 6 to 7 months, she learned all the courses from C language to right from C language to Spring Boot microservices. Shown 3 years gap as experience, and she has got the package of 18 plus lakhs. 18 plus lakhs. Got it, my dear? Girl student has done that work. There are boy student who got 21 lakh package also by showing 4 years gap as experience. That much subject, that much knowledge I am going to give to you people. I will start from 0%. From there, I will take you to 100%. My discussions are always in detailed, in-depth, project-related discussions. Got it? Okay. So come to classes regularly, do practicals regularly, complete assignments what I am giving to you people every day, results will be positive. I hope you are getting my point. Shivam Pathak, you are thinking about 1-2 lines of code in Java, but think about I have 200 classes and I want to see IOC container creating object. And those objects should be used to inject to other objects. Jyoti madam, when you contact the consultant, he will give documents. In the document, company name will be there and you have to give that one. Ashish K, my friend is your student. He got 20 lakh package. That's good. That's really, really good. Okay. Chanchal, this course is software programming course. Now, definitely laptop is required. If possible, stop attending classes through mobile. Start attending classes through laptop only. Vishal Kumar, I didn't get your question. Any group project or individual projects, sir? We develop lot of mini projects here, boss. My friend was your student 20 lakh package. Can you please scroll to last one? This is the last one. Farhan Patel, you can do Spring course and Advanced Java course parallel. Jyoti madam, mail me, I will give consultant details. Okay, I will be using two IDEs, Eclipse Boss and IntelliJ. Atul Kumar, okay, backup video you will get in next class only. You have a notes to read, don't forget that. Notes. Gaurav, still coding is not started. Once coding is started, I can give examples. Clear now, boss? Did we start the coding? I have prepared all this background to start the coding only. Mr. Gaurav, we still not developed a single application, right? Sachin Jadhav, Eclipse is not a great tool, guys. Within no time, you can learn the Eclipse. Super, guys. Pramod, I am uttering the definition. I am writing the definition. I am giving example code on the definition. Come on. So my mail ID, every detail is already shared along with the admin details. Along with the admin details. Ramakrishna, you can happily add 4 years experience after this course. Ashish Khan, for still small projects are happening in Servlet JSP environment only. To learn frameworks effectively, better to have good knowledge of JDBC Servlet JSP. Okay, guys. Notes will be with you forever. You can open the notes and you can read the notes. My mail ID is just shared, boss. My mail ID is just shared. Varaprasad, there are organizations providing documents to show gap as experience. Subject knowledge, I will take care. Organizations will take care, boss. Super, guys. Ravi Kumar, I will introduce IntelliJ, then only I will use Babu. Don't worry. Don't panic. Vishal Kumar, you will get backup videos of demo classes. Right now, you can attend only this batch, guys. If you want to attend any parallel slot, I will inform you. Then you can join in other class parallelly. Do you need to learn DSA as an experienced guy? Sudhir Raja, if you are targeting to join in Amazon, Oracle Corporation, then required. Otherwise, not required. 2021, very less companies will treat you as a fresher, boss. Market IT is slow now. Student getting doubt will normal in this year. For experienced people, the people who are having subject, market is still bright for them. Currently also openings are there. But for fresher, market is down. Okay, it will open May last week or June last week. Prasad Malapati, you can show 4 to 5 years gap as experience with this knowledge. AK Patan, okay, HTML, CSS, JavaScript is part of advanced Java, not the core Java, not the Spring. Design pattern batch will be planned very soon. Any legal or illegal, boss. See, as long as you are doing work, you are completing tasks, they don't touch you. If you are not performing well, then they will touch you. That time, just resign and come. Just resign and come. Okay, guys. Right, I will upload the notes in the Facebook, don't worry. I'll upload the notes in the Facebook, don't worry. Natraj Java Arena, this is the place where you can get the notes. Upload files. No, HTML, CSS, JavaScript is part of Advanced Java course. It's not part of Spring Boot microservice course. Today is 30th, 31st, boss. I think I have not uploaded right. Spring guys, 716, Spring core module, 31st setter injection. I think still setter injection is not done. Let me change the title little bit. Factory methods. Venkat Chakri, I will consider your request. I'll definitely consider your request. Date gone wrong. Yeah, it is right only. AK Patan. Okay, once you join in Advanced Java, you can join in any HTML, CSS, JavaScript batch started in Naresh IT. Are you understanding my statement? You can join in any HTML, CSS, JavaScript started in Naresh IT. Thank you guys. Have a nice time. If I miss anyone's query, please mail me. Tomorrow class is there. Tomorrow class is there. Ashish K, to become software engineer, graduation is enough. Graduation is enough. There is no need of post-graduation. BSc is sufficient. Okay. Sunday you don't have session, but Saturday you have a session.